book yesterday? Yes, it's called Thanksgiving by Miriam Nerloff. You remember that? Okay, well today we're gonna read some points because remember how I asked you some questions in the beginning?
Yeah, do a pumpkin pie.
Yes, we're gonna talk about the pumpkin pie. The questions were, what month is Thanksgiving celebrated? Who taught the pilgrims to grow corn? Don't play with your box. What kind of food was made for the great feast? We're only gonna read the parts that have that so that you can remember, okay? Listen. Thanksgiving. It's time for Thanksgiving. Each year in November, we like to remember the pilgrims who came such a long time ago to build and to live here, to work and to grow. They hadn't much food and the winter was cold. The pilgrims got sick, both the young and the old. But Native Americans, they knew what to do. The pilgrims were taught many things that were new. They grew corn and pumpkins to last the whole year. They also caught fish, hunted turkey and deer. The people were thankful for food they had grown, so they held a great feast with plenty to eat. Yeah. There was cornbread and nuts, berries and meat. What else do you see in this picture, guys?
Lettuce.
They look like green beans, don't they? Maybe those are potatoes. Okay, sit down.
That's cornbread.
So remember how I asked you the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, raise your hand if you know the answer to what month is Thanksgiving celebrated. Yes, Emily.
November.
November, very good. Who taught the pilgrims to grow corn? Yes?
The Americans.
The Native Americans, very good. And what kind of food did they have in the Great Feast?
They had cornbread.
Okay.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Berries.
Berries, very good for remembering that. Let me see that picture again. They had cornbread, sit down. Nuts, berries, and meat. Okay, good job. Should we write that down for future references? Yes, we should. Okay.
Because it tastes good.
Great feast. What did they have? Cornbread, meat, berries,
and nuts.
Nuts. Very good memory skills. Okay.
Nuts. I love nuts. Nuts are my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what kind of food you have now? Because back then they had cornbread, meat, berries, and nuts. What do you have now in your Thanksgiving feast? Turkey. Okay. Turkey. Now we have turkey. What else do we have, Carmine? Pies.
Pumpkin pie.
Pies, pumpkin, yes.
Made out of pumpkin pie.
What do you have in your Thanksgiving feast with your family? Can you think of something? Well, turkey, we already said turkey. We have turkeys and pies. What else do you have?
And meat.
Meats. We'll come back to you. Kathleen, what do you have? What vegetables or fruits?
We have some vegetables.
Which ones?
Like some carrots in it.
Carrots, okay. That's...
I know. Yeah. Oh, I know strawberries.
Strawberries, okay. What about you, Sophia? Sit down, sweetheart.
We have salad.
Salad, good. Valiant?
Apples.
Apples. What about macaroni and stuff like that? Do we have that?
No,
You were going to say that? What do you have in your Thanksgiving meal, sweetheart? Do you have bread or mashed potatoes or what do you have?
Yeah, mashed potato.
What do you have in your Thanksgiving feast, Jose? Think about it. Last year, when all your family got together, what did you eat? Sit back. Think about it. We'll come back to you, okay? Were you able to think of something, Ivana? Yes? What?
Corn.
Corn. We forgot about corn, huh?
No, I said corn.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I said,
So what is the difference between what we have now and what they had in the Great Feast? Did they have turkey in the Great Feast?
Yes.
Yes, they did. What about pies? Did they have pies? No. Why don't you think they had pies?
Because they couldn't grow it.
They couldn't grow them?
Yeah, because they didn't have to seed it.
Well, pies come from like pumpkins, right? And they're made from flour and sugar. I'm sure they could do it. Maybe they didn't have the recipe, maybe. Right?
The pie had a lot of sugar.
The pies have a lot of sugar. Did they have strawberries in the Great Feast?
No.
No, but we do now, right?
Yeah.
What other things do we have that they didn't?
We had corn. We had corn.
They had corn.
We had carrots. Noodles.
What about this one right here, salad?
No. Noodles. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
But
Sit back, sweetheart.
salad.
Those are berries and nuts. Let's see.
Look at.
Why do you think the Pilgrims gave thanks to the Native Americans? Raise your hand.
Because they didn't have any food.
And what did the Native Americans do?
They helped them.
Okay.
They helped them. They helped them get food.
Yes, they did. Valiant, did you raise your hand, sweetie? Sit down, Sophia. Sit down, Sophia. Thank you, love. Valiant, do you know why they gave thanks to the Native Americans? No. What did the Native Americans do? Yes, Sophia.
Because they helped them.
They helped them. And they were nice to them, right? They were strangers in the land, and they were nice and friendly. When somebody new comes into our lives, are we nice to them? Should we be nice and welcome?
Yes.
Tell me, why is it important to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Because it's a...
Raise your hand, please.
It's a holiday. It's for your family to get together and have family time.
Family time, yes. Raise your hand, please, guys. Or not, I'm not going to call you.
Yes. Because it's a fiesta.
Because it's a fiesta? Oh, yes, it is a fiesta with a lot of food, right? Why do you think it's important to celebrate Thanksgiving?
Because it's a holiday.
It's a holiday. Valley, why do you think it's important to celebrate Thanksgiving? Because it's good to share. Jose, do you know why it's important to celebrate Thanksgiving? Why is it important to you? Thanksgiving. Why is it important? Why don't, Valley, what did you help us say? Why is it important? You have to be helpful. That's a good idea. Yes.
To be helpful, and to be helpful to get them food.
To get them food, yes. Okay, I have a question for you. Do you think you can answer it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Could the Pilgrims have made the Great Feast without knowing how to grow corn?
Yes. Yes.
No. You think they could?
No.
No. Why?
Because they didn't have the ingredients to do it.
They didn't have the ingredients to do it because
They had no food.
they didn't have any food because they didn't know how to grow it,
And they
right?
got sick and cold.
Yes, they
If
did.
they would die.
They did because they didn't have food.
They
Okay.
need food to survive.
Can you tell me, if you were there for the Great Feast, the one in our book, and the one that happened, what kinds of foods would you like to take to share with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans? Let's start with Jose. Sit down, Sophia. You would take food, what kind? What would you like to share with them that they didn't have back then? What kind of food would you like to share with them? What's your favorite food? Turkey's your favorite? Okay, you'd share the turkey. Cookies. I think they'd enjoy the cookies, huh?
Cupcake.
Cupcakes.
I mean a cake.
What kinds of foods would you like to share with the Pilgrims and Native Americans? Brownies? Oh my goodness. Sweet tooth.
A sugar cake.
A sugar cake? Oh, yummy.
Like a sugar.
Got it. What would you take to Pilgrims and Native Americans? Like, this is what we have in our time. I want to share it with you. What would you like to share with them?
Berries.
Berries? They had berries.
And then
Meat? What kind of meat? Turkey meat. Awesome. Okay. Oh my goodness, your Uncle Ernie killed deer? So you.
My dad kills deer.
He kills deer too.
My dad
and my grandpa. Oh my goodness.
My brothers and my dad. My brothers and my dad. Oh, and my brother and
Okay.
I went to saw deer and then I had the binoculars and I could see its little tail.
You went hunting? That's what the Pilgrims and the Native Americans did.
I like
to get their food. What do we do now to get our food?
We buy it.
We buy it. We don't have to hunt anymore. But it'd be nice to plant your own food, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Grow a seed, grow your own
Yeah,
corn.
so I want to be hunting a lot. So then if you get too tired,
Yeah.
still have to do it because you wanted to do it.
Because you wanted to do it. I want you to imagine. Then I want you to draw what types of foods you would like to have for your Thanksgiving meal. It doesn't have to be any typical food. It doesn't have to be turkey. It just has to be comprised of what food you want to eat. Okay? Can you think of anything? It could be spaghetti, it can be hamburgers, it can be strawberries. It can, listen, hands down, listen. It can even be a special recipe that you come up with, something crazy. Anything you want.
Wow.
Okay? So we're going to put Thanksgiving menu on top, and then you are going to draw with your crayons. Yes, sweetie.
We have the same ideas.
Okay, you want to share?
We did spaghetti and brownies.
Oh man, that's going to be in your menu? How exciting.
I know. And spaghetti and the meat.
Okay, you can pick whatever you want for your menu, okay? And you're going to draw it. So if you want...
We have to draw the title.
Yeah. I'll write the title if you want, or I can help you. Okay? For example, if you want to eat a brownie, you're going to draw a brownie. Okay? You're going to draw a brownie. If you want a cookie, you draw a cookie. Okay? You see that? Okay, and if you want a strawberry, this is going to be your menu for Thanksgiving. Ready? Okay. Go ahead and do it. You can get your crayons. Yes. You have your crayons.
Or we do it with our pencils.
No, you can do it yourself. I want to see how creative you are and how you can use your imagination to create your menu.
No, my mom gave me this. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's put it right here. So I mean, right here. I don't have pencils. Here. I'm gonna use a regular pencil.
Oh yeah, don't use that. Use a crayon. Let me write another one, guys.
You write a color pencil. What's the title?
Thanksgiving menu. How about we put my Thanksgiving menu so it can be unique. My Thanksgiving menu. Let me write you one, sweetie. My Thanksgiving. Share with Carmine. Thanksgiving menu.
Okay, here you can copy mine. Here you can copy mine.
My Thanksgiving menu.
Okay, Carmen, here. No, let me see.